Welcome back to Easy English Talk Podcast.
You tell your friend about your big plan to start a business, and suddenly you feel less excited about it. You share your goal to lose weight, and now it feels harder to start. Have you ever noticed this strange feeling? Welcome to Easy English Talk Podcast. I'm Ryan, and with me is Priya. Today we're discussing why you should stop sharing your plans with everyone.
Thanks, Ryan, and hello, everyone. This topic is really important because most people think sharing plans is helpful, but the truth might surprise you.
Let me explain why this matters to you right now. When you share your plans too early, something happens in your brain. You actually feel like you've already done the work.
That's right, and this affects your motivation. Your brain gets a reward just from talking about the plan, so you lose the energy you need to actually do it.
In the next few minutes, we'll explain exactly why this happens. We'll also give you clear solutions so you can protect your goals. By the end, you'll know when to share and when to stay quiet.
So let's start with the main problem. Why do people feel the need to share their plans so quickly? What's really going on here?
Well, it comes from a natural human desire. We want support from others. We want people to know we're trying to improve.
And there's nothing wrong with wanting support, but the timing is the key issue. When you share too early, you create a false sense of progress.
Exactly. Let me give you an example. Imagine you decide to write a book. You tell 10 friends about your amazing book idea.
They all say, "Wow, that's great. You're so creative. I can't wait to read it."
And you feel amazing after that conversation. Your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical. You feel proud, even though you haven't written a single word yet.
This is where the problem starts. Your brain thinks you've already achieved something. It got the social reward it was looking for.
So, when you sit down to actually write the book, what happens? You don't have the same motivation anymore. Your brain already got its reward from the talking.
This isn't just a theory, by the way. Scientists have studied this effect for years. There's real research behind it.
One famous study looked at people with goals. Some people told others about their goals. Other people kept their goals private.
The results were clear and surprising. People who talked about their goals were less likely to achieve them. People who stayed quiet had much better success rates.
That's a big difference. Just by keeping your mouth closed, you increase your chances. It sounds simple, but it's powerful.
There's also another problem with sharing plans. When you tell people what you're going to do, they form opinions, and not all opinions are helpful or kind.
That's true. Some people will doubt you. They might say, "Are you sure you can do that?" Or, "That sounds really difficult."
Even if they don't mean harm, their doubt affects you. It plants seeds of uncertainty in your mind. You start questioning yourself before you even begin.
And some people might even feel jealous. If your plan is ambitious, they might feel uncomfortable. They may not say it directly, but they don't really want you to succeed.
This is sad but true. Not everyone in your life wants to see you grow. Some people prefer you to stay at the same level as them.
So when you share your plans, you're exposing yourself to negative energy. You're giving other people power over your motivation. That's a dangerous position to be in.
Let me share another angle on this. When you talk about a plan, you also make it feel real to yourself. This creates pressure and expectation.
Right. Now people are watching. They're waiting to see if you'll actually do it. You feel like you have to prove something.
And that pressure can actually freeze you. Instead of feeling motivated, you feel stressed. You worry about disappointing people or looking like a failure.
So the very act of sharing creates mental blocks. You wanted support, but you got pressure instead. This is why so many plans never happen.
There's also the problem of bad advice. When you share your plans, people love to give opinions. Everyone suddenly becomes an expert.
And most of that advice is not useful. People share their own fears and limitations. They project their experiences onto your situation.
Someone might say, "I tried that and it didn't work," or "That's too expensive," or "You need more experience first."
But their experience is not your experience. Their limitations are not your limitations. Yet their words can stop you before you start.
So by sharing early, you invite confusion. You let other people's voices into your head. This makes it harder to hear your own inner guidance.
Now let's talk about another interesting point. When you keep your plans private, something different happens. You maintain your personal power.
That's a great way to put it. Your plan stays yours alone. You don't dilute its energy by spreading it around.
Think of it like a seed. If you plant a seed in soil, it grows quietly underground. Nobody sees it, but it's developing roots and strength.
But if you dig up the seed every day to show people, what happens? You disturb the growth process. The seed never gets a chance to develop properly.
Your plans are the same way. They need time to develop in private. They need your focused energy, not scattered attention.
When you work in silence, you also discover what's real. If you can stay motivated without external praise, that's true motivation. If you need constant validation, maybe the plan isn't right for you.
That's an excellent point. Silence tests your commitment. It shows you whether you truly want this or just want to look good.
And there's freedom in privacy, too. If your plan doesn't work out, nobody else knows. You can adjust, change direction, or quit without embarrassment.
Right. You're not locked into anything. You're not defending your decisions to others. You can be flexible and honest with yourself.
This is especially important for creative projects. Artists, writers, and entrepreneurs often protect their work early on. They know it's fragile in the beginning.
Exactly. Imagine a painter working on a canvas. Would they show everyone their work after the first brush stroke? No. They wait until it's developed enough to share.
Your life plans deserve the same respect. Give them time to take shape. Let them become strong before exposing them to the world.
Now let's move into solutions. How can you actually apply this in your daily life? What should you do differently starting today?
The first solution is simple but powerful. Before you share any plan, ask yourself one question. Why do I want to share this right now?
That's important because it reveals your true motivation. Are you sharing because you need advice, or are you sharing because you want attention?
If you're honest, you'll often find it's about attention. You want people to be impressed. You want that immediate good feeling.
And once you recognize that, you can make a better choice. You can say to yourself, I'll wait. I'll earn the right to share by doing the work first.
The second solution is to find one trusted person. Not 10 people, not 5 people, just one. Choose someone who truly supports you and understands you.
This person should be wise and positive. They should give you honest feedback without crushing your spirit. They should respect your privacy.
Share your plan with only this person if you really need to talk. Get their input once, then move into action. Don't keep talking about it repeatedly.
And make sure this person won't gossip. The goal is to get clarity, not to spread your business. Trust matters a lot here.
The third solution is to replace talking with action. Every time you feel the urge to share your plan, do one small task instead. Channel that energy into progress.
So, if you want to tell someone about your fitness goal, don't. Instead, do 10 push-ups right there. Take one action toward the goal.
This rewires your brain over time. You start associating goals with action, not with talking. You become a person who does things quietly.
And people will notice eventually. They'll see your results, not hear your promises. That's much more powerful.
The fourth solution is to set a personal rule. Decide that you won't share any plan until you've made real progress. Define what progress means for you.
For example, if you're writing a book, don't share it until you finish the first chapter. If you're starting a business, don't announce it until you have your first customer. If you're learning a language, don't tell people until you can hold a basic conversation.
This rule protects you from premature sharing. It forces you to prove the plan to yourself first. Only then do you bring others into the picture.
And by the time you share, you have confidence. You're not asking for permission anymore. You're sharing from a place of strength.
The fifth solution is to keep a private journal. Write down your plans, your progress, and your thoughts. This satisfies the need to express without exposing yourself.
A journal is your safe space. You can dream big, make mistakes, and change your mind. Nobody judges you there.
And writing helps you think clearly. You organize your ideas better. You see patterns and problems you might miss otherwise.
Plus, looking back at your journal later is incredibly rewarding. You can see how far you've come. You have proof of your private journey.
The sixth solution is to understand the right time to share. Silence isn't forever. There is a moment when sharing becomes helpful.
That moment is after you've built momentum. Once you have results, evidence, or significant progress. Once you're committed and confident.
At that point, sharing can actually help you. You can get meaningful feedback, you can attract opportunities and support.
But you're sharing from strength, not weakness. You're not seeking validation. You're simply opening a door to collaboration or celebration.
The seventh solution is to protect yourself from direct questions. Sometimes people will ask, "What are you working on? What are your plans?"
You don't owe them a detailed answer. You can be polite, but vague. Say something like, "I'm working on a few personal projects."
Or, "I'm focusing on self-improvement right now." Keep it general and friendly. Then change the subject.
This isn't being secretive or rude. It's being smart about your energy. You're choosing where to invest your attention.
And most people will respect that. They're just making conversation anyway. They don't really need to know every detail.
The eighth solution is to study successful people. Look at how they handle their plans. You'll notice a pattern.
Many successful people work quietly for years. They build their skills in private. They only appear publicly once they're ready.
Think about entrepreneurs who launch after years of development, or athletes who train without social media attention, or writers who finish entire books before announcing them.
They understand the power of silence. They know that talk is cheap and action is valuable. They protect their creative process.
You can learn from their example. You don't need to announce everything. You can work behind the scenes with focus and discipline.
The ninth solution is to recognize social media's influence. We live in a time where everyone shares everything. People post their plans, their meals, their feelings constantly.
This creates pressure to do the same. You feel like if you don't post about it, it's not real. But that's a dangerous illusion.
Real life happens offline. Real progress happens in private moments. Real success comes from consistent work, not constant updates.
So resist the urge to perform your life online. You don't need likes and comments to validate your goals. You need action and persistence.
And honestly, when you stop sharing everything, your life becomes more peaceful. You're not comparing yourself to others constantly. You're not seeking approval from strangers.
You're just living and building. That's where real satisfaction comes from. That's where genuine confidence grows.
The 10th solution is to embrace the identity of a private person. Make it part of who you are. See it as a strength, not a limitation.
Tell yourself, I'm someone who works quietly. I'm someone who lets results speak. I'm someone who protects my energy.
This identity shift changes everything. You stop feeling weird about not sharing. You feel proud of your discipline instead.
And over time, people will respect you more. They'll see you as someone serious and focused, someone who actually gets things done.
Now, let's address a common concern. Some people worry that keeping plans private means they can't get help. They think they need to share in order to learn or connect.
That's a valid concern, but there's a difference. You can seek help without announcing your entire plan. You can ask specific questions without revealing everything.
For example, if you're starting a business, you can ask someone about marketing. You don't need to tell them your whole business idea. Just get the information you need.
And you can learn from books, courses, and online resources. Most knowledge is available without personal sharing. You can educate yourself quietly.
The key is to be strategic. Share only what's necessary with people who can truly help. Protect the core of your vision.
Another concern people have is about accountability. They believe sharing plans creates accountability. If people know what you're doing, you'll follow through. But research shows the opposite. Talking about plans reduces follow-through. Real accountability comes from within, not from others knowing.
If you need external accountability, find a coach or partner, someone you trust who will check in with you privately, not a public announcement to impress people.
True accountability is about personal commitment. It's about showing up for yourself. That's much stronger than social pressure. Let me share a practical example now. Imagine someone wants to change careers. They're tired of their current job and want to learn new skills.
If they tell everyone at work, what happens? Colleagues might treat them differently. Managers might see them as disloyal.
They create problems before they're ready to leave. They might even lose their current job, all because they shared too early.
But if they work quietly, they can learn skills on the side. They can apply for new positions when ready. They can transition smoothly without drama.
And when they finally announce their new job, everyone is surprised and impressed. They didn't just talk about change, they actually did it.
That's the power of silence. You control the narrative. You reveal things on your own terms.
Here's another example with fitness. Someone decides to lose 20 kilograms. They tell everyone they know about this goal.
Now every meal becomes a public event. People comment on what they eat. Should you be eating that?
Or they offer unwanted advice. You should try this diet. You should do this exercise.
The person feels watched and judged constantly. The joy of the journey disappears. It becomes about proving something to others.
But if they work privately, it's different. They focus on their own progress. They make mistakes and learn without audience.
Then one day, people notice the change. Wow, you look different. What have you been doing?
And they can simply say, just taking care of myself. They don't need to explain everything. Their body is the proof.
This approach works for any goal. Learning a language, building savings, improving relationships. Privacy protects the process.
Now I want to talk about the emotional benefit of silence. When you stop sharing plans, you reduce anxiety. You're not worried about others' opinions anymore.
That's huge for mental health. So much stress comes from managing what people think. When you remove that burden, you breathe easier.
You also become more authentic. You're doing things because you want to, not to impress anyone. Your motivation is pure.
And if you fail, it's private. You can learn from mistakes without public embarrassment. You can try again without everyone knowing.
This creates a safe space for growth. You're free to experiment. You're free to be imperfect.
Failure is part of any success journey. But when failure is public, it feels much worse. It can stop people from trying again.
So privacy gives you resilience. You can bounce back faster. You can adjust your approach without defending yourself.
Let's also discuss how silence builds character. When you work without recognition, you develop true discipline. You learn to motivate yourself.
You don't rely on external praise. You don't need constant encouragement. You become internally driven.
This is a rare quality today. Most people need likes, comments, and validation. They feel lost without external feedback.
But if you can work in silence, you're stronger. You have inner confidence. You trust yourself deeply.
And that confidence shows in everything you do. People can sense it. They respect you more without knowing why.
It's because you're not needy. You're not seeking approval. You're simply being and doing.
So silence isn't just a strategy. It's a form of self-respect. It's treating your dreams as sacred.
Now let's talk about timing one more time, because this is where people get confused. When is it okay to share?
Share after you have proof of concept. If you wanted to start a business, share after your first sale. If you wanted to write, share after finishing a draft.
Share when you're asking for specific help, not general validation, but actual expertise, and share only with people who have that expertise.
Share when you're ready to launch publicly, when you have something concrete to offer, when you're prepared for attention.
But in the early stages, stay quiet. Protect the fragile beginning. Give yourself time to build foundation.
And remember, even after you share, you don't have to share everything. Keep some things private, always. You're allowed to have boundaries.
Your inner life doesn't need to be public. Your struggles don't need audience. Your journey is yours first.
I think we've covered this topic deeply now. Let's bring it all together. What's the main message here?
The main message is simple but powerful. Your plans are precious. Protect them by working quietly.
Don't seek validation before you've earned it. Don't let others' opinions distract you. Don't give away your motivation by talking too much.
Instead, channel your energy into action. Let your results speak for you. Build in private, reveal in public.
This doesn't mean you can never share. It means you share wisely. You share at the right time with the right people.
And you learn to be comfortable with silence. You learn to trust yourself. You learn that you don't need everyone to know everything.
This approach will change your life. You'll accomplish more. You'll feel more peaceful.
You'll stop wasting energy on talk. You'll invest it in progress instead. And progress is what actually matters.
So starting today, practice silence. Notice when you want to share. Ask yourself why.
And choose action over announcement. Choose doing over discussing. Choose becoming over broadcasting.
Your future self will thank you, because while everyone else is talking, you'll be building, and that makes all the difference.
Thank you so much for listening today. We hope this discussion gave you real value. We hope it changed how you think about sharing.
If you enjoyed this episode, we have many other topics for you. We discuss practical life skills, personal growth, and clear thinking. Everything explained in simple, easy English.
You can explore episodes on building confidence, managing time, or improving relationships. Each topic is designed to help you grow. Each conversation is honest and thoughtful.
We're here to learn together with you, so join us again soon. Until next time, take care and work quietly.
Remember, your silence today becomes your success tomorrow. Keep going, stay focused, and trust the process. Goodbye for now, and thank you again.